people that aren't able to. So welcome to A Team Time officially. We're recording now. So let me go in here and mute. So I just muted everyone automatically when they come in. So if you have something you want to say, just pop like a chat. Like I want to have a question or something, I'll unmute during the call or something. Okay. So welcome to Team Time. Second week, full week of January, and excited for all of y'all to be up here. I'm going to talk about some real basic stuff, finish up with a little bit of review of the client timeline that we've talked about, because I think it's a really important tool to help make everything very simple and easy to duplicate that in your business, which is very important for growing a business. So let me share my screen. We'll jump right into the PowerPoint. So this week, we're talking about losing some excuses. It sounds a little harsh, maybe. I didn't mean it that way, but it's more concepts probably than excuses, but they're kind of the same. So if we can kind of break through some concepts we have as coaches, a lot of times that helps us really build a business. And so that's why I say gaining everything we desire. You'll hear coaches say in leadership trainings and stuff like that, the obstacle is the way. This is what we're talking about. If there's something that you struggle with, then learning to overcome that, kind of building yourself personally in that area is the way to create what you want to create in your life. So it's a really important concept. Specifically for this training, because I think it's something that is a snag for people, I'm going to do a lot about Facebook and trying to help with social media and trying to really give you some ideas of how I've started doing things on social media that's going to it should help simplify everything. And I'm almost hoping you have a social media plan, so that way you're not trying to think about what I'm going to post all the time. So hopefully that's very helpful. We're going to dive in and see. So first of all, always back to basics. And this is the same for clients of yours. So if you have a client that doesn't seem to be doing well, it's usually something very basic that you can go back and make sure they're doing. Are they eating all 5 fuelings? Are they eating every 2.5 to 3 hours? Are they getting their full lean and green meal in? Are they drinking their water? Because those areas seem to be the areas that people tend to struggle with. So that would be my recommendation. Always go back to basics. Same thing as coaches. If your business isn't where you want it to be right now, are you on your journey? So are you on your personal health journey? And that doesn't always mean for healthy body, because some of our coaches come into this and they have a healthy body. They're really just looking to help other people do the same. So what I mean by that is you're always pursuing better in some area of the trilogy. So we do healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. We can all be growing in one of those areas all the time. And when you are pursuing better in your life, it shows and it resonates in your business. Posting on social media, it's kind of a no-brainer, but like I said, I just wanted to go very basic. You have to put yourself out there that you are a health coach, that you are doing a program, that you have regained your health, or you're working towards that optimal health. Because if you don't, people don't know. It never fails that I have someone that'll reach out to me that contacted me because they've seen one of my coach clients' journeys and said, well, so-and-so really inspired me. That's why I reached out. And I say, well, they are actually a coach, so please reach out to them. They would love to help you, and you actually know them, that kind of thing. So what that means is, and even me, let me just take it back even one step further. There are still people that I am friends with on Facebook that don't know that I'm a health coach. They have no idea that I am a health coach. I've ran into people, that I haven't seen for, 3 years, and they didn't even know I had lost weight. They didn't have an idea. And to me, I'm like, how is that possible? But you have to remember how the algorithms and stuff works with social media. It's not cut and dry that, you know, I have like around 4,000 Facebook friends. All 4,000 of those people don't see my posts. It's just not the way Facebook works. So, and then making connections. We overthink that a lot, but it's real simple as, you know, if you see a potential client, if you see something on Facebook that you would typically comment in their comments about, just go into Messenger and comment. Write the same thing in Messenger that you would write on Facebook. That's the most simple form of making connections with people, because that starts a conversation with them, which then pulls them into your Facebook world. They start seeing your posts and that type of thing, whereas they might not have been seeing them before. I think this is one, be you. That's who you were made to be. Post about you. And I see this a lot with health coaches, and not just talking about my, you know, business or whatever, but just in general. We get lost in the checkoff list of, I got to post a transformation, I got to post a healthy recipe, I got to post an inspirational quote, or, you know, those things, like, and you lose sight of who you are. Like for me, and I'm saying these are all things I've been guilty of. So going back to, I'm a father, I'm a stay-at-home dad, I love coffee. It's those simple things. I love Jesus, posting about that, you know, and not being so consumed with making sure I'm showing transformations and a healthy lifestyle. If it's part of who you are, it flows naturally, you know, and it becomes, you know, just part of what you post on Facebook and social media, and people grab hold of that and they gravitate to you because they start being almost like a fan of you instead of a fan of your program, if that makes sense. Like they'll start following you and keeping up with you because you're an interesting person, and you are all interesting people. It's just kind of uncovering that and learning how to show that on social media. And we're going to talk about that in detail in a minute. And then, of course, the staples. So if you're eager to grow, that's awesome. I'm super excited to help you in any way I can. It's very important for you to try and cut some time out for Monday night health coach calls. And if you're not able to be on Monday nights because of work or something else is going on, it's a 30-minute call, and it is so awesome. And you get trained by people that know way more than I know and that have way more skills than I have and have been doing this a lot longer than I have. So those are really valuable tools for you to plug into. They're recorded, so you can watch the recording if you're not able to be on live. Wednesday Night Habits of Health call. So I think this is one I struggled with as a coach when I started coaching, because I was doing it a lot when I was a client, and then I became a coach, and I was like, you know, those are more for clients. That is a lie that I was telling myself. So I don't know why, but I had to flip that, because Wednesday Night Habits of Health calls are not just for clients, or they don't exclude coaches. Because even if you have perfect health, say you rocked your health, you are at your goal weight, you're in maintenance, and you're loving life, there are things you learn on Wednesday night calls that will help you help your clients, whether you need it or not. And I have to say, even 2.5 years into this, I still learn things on the Wednesday night calls. And I don't go to every Wednesday night call, just being real. I don't watch every one, but I do try to make a point to catch the recordings and things like that, and be intentional about spending some time there. So, of course, I recommend that. And then Thursday night team times. I'd love to see you all on Thursday night team times. I try to coach relevant things or teach relevant things on Thursday night team times. And I tried to be even, you know, more and more respectful of time and keep it in 30 minutes and all that stuff. But I think typically there's some good value in Thursday night. So next, stop overthinking everything. I think this is a huge one for health coaches, period. So this is why I wanted to address it. So what your client needs is specific to what they are going through. And we all know we can help in every area. And then the question is how. Okay, so healthy body, get them on the right program. And when I put quotations around right, 5-in-1 isn't the right program for everyone, and that's okay. Some people need 4-in-2, some people need 3-in-3, and some people will fluctuate. But I think what ends up happening a lot of times is we ourselves have the mentality it's 5-1 or bust. So then that rolls over to our clients. And if life happens to a client or, whatever's going on and 5-1 is just not a good fit for them, they don't have to stop, like showing them there's another way. And then obviously transitioning them at the time when it's appropriate and getting them into maintenance and helping them with that is really important. Healthy mind. So little simple questions to ask, and we'll go into more detail on this in future trainings, but ask them if they're happy. Like, are you happy when you're doing a call with them? Do you enjoy your job? Do you enjoy your life? What would you love to have more of in life? Those types of questions. That's how you identify that there's a need there for a healthy mind. Healthy finances. Do they want more? That's an easy one. But then also, do they have debt? Do they work too many hours? Do they need just a little $500 boost every month would change their life? We certainly can help them move into that and be able to earn $500 a month. Y'all know as coaches that $500 a month is really a small amount of money when it comes to health coaching and what your potential is. So we can definitely help in those areas. So don't overthink it. Don't overthink and not know what to say or what to do. Know that we have this amazing program that we can help people in all these areas and help identify which areas they need help in. We aren't salespeople. We are self-employed models. And so I kind of smirked when I made this slide, but it's so true if you think about it. Because at first I had we are models, but then I was like, wait, models work for other people, right? And we don't do that. We work for ourselves. So just remember that. And I've tried to be more conscious of this myself too. But people want the healthy life you're living. But you have to role model that to people. Like they look to you for that. So you have to show people that. And that's what I say, we're here to show people how, but first we have to uncover their why. So we know this as health coaching. If somebody writes me and they say, oh, I'd love to lose 60 pounds. I know how to help them lose 60 pounds. Like, it's science. We get them on the program. They stay on, do as well as they can do. If they're doing 501, they're going to crush that goal. I know they're going to crush it if they stay on there. So the how is easy. We already have the how. That's not what matters about this program. What matters is trying to figure out why. Because once you can really identify someone's reason why they want to lose the weight, and you're not necessarily stopping at the skin deep layer, but going past that, like, okay, you want to look better in clothes. That's awesome. Why do you want to look better in clothes? And really going an extra step. And sometimes it can be a little bit awkward, at first when you're trying to help someone, but just knowing that those are the things that make a difference for your client when they're starting program, because as a coach, you can help remind them of those things. You can say, when they get discouraged or when the scale slows down or whatever, you're like, well, I just remember, you saying that as a grandmother, you wanted to be able to have the energy and have the ability to play with your grandchildren. And is that still important to you? And it just takes them back. Like, okay, yes, it is important to me. I need to get it together. I can do this, So anyway, so you're a walking billboard, and I don't want to I put this out there, and I don't want to be I don't want to scare anybody with it. And I don't want to be a billboard. I don't want to advertise. Well, we don't sell, but there's very much there's a lot of marketing to what we do. And just because we are living an optimally healthy life, or that's what our desire is to create optimal health in our own life. And so in order to be able to help other people do that, we have to show them how to do it. We have to show them that we're doing it, because that helps them believe that they can do it. And so, when you talk to someone, you're like, oh gosh, I love being a health coach. It's the best thing ever. Why? It's going to change other people's lives. Why? Why is it going to change other people's lives? Because it's changed yours. And so when you live that out loud, in person, but also on social media, then people see that, and then they want what you have, which is this simple program that teaches us how to achieve these things, and really those desires that we want and we've wanted for a long time, but we weren't able to achieve. So once again, number one mistake, overthinking what to say, overthinking how to word it, overthinking everything, overthinking the picture, the before and after picture you took that you're going to post. Is it just right? Is it the right angle? Is it, which one makes me look better? For crying out loud, do it. Please, like, be analytical some, but also just do it. Because I know most of us are busy, and as a busy parent, sometimes if I get caught up trying to overthink a post while I'm trying to do it, one of the children need me. Or then next thing you know, I have to go take someone somewhere. I have to go pick someone up, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, the post doesn't even happen because I was thinking about it too much and trying to get it just right. And then, boom, life happens. 4 hours later, I didn't make the post. And I'm like, oops. Or, let me try and make it now. But still, just put it out there. Everything you do speaks. So what are you saying? What are you saying? When someone asks you about the program, what are you saying? But also, how are you showing people through Facebook and social media that you have a gift to give away? Because if people don't know that you have a gift to give away, they can't ask you for the gift, or they can't ask you what the gift is, that type of thing. And I think a lot of times, just trying to think about this and think about ways to kind of shift what we do, but kind of put it in terms of the client too, or the potential client. And I've tried to start doing this and kind of show people how the program would change their life, because it's changed my life. But I think a lot of times people can look at you and say, well, I know it changed Kevin's life, but I just can't do that. And really the other things are kind of overcoming objections before they happen. So if you're posting that the program's affordable, then people already have that in their brain when they get on the phone with you, do the health assessment. Because the truth is it is affordable. Is it cheap? No, it's not cheap, but it's highly affordable. And so when we project that out and we do a health assessment, then that's already in the back of their head that it's affordable. And they might not have the money right now, but I have just found over time, especially like in the last couple of weeks, making sure I post that the program's affordable, or, it's not expensive. Then when I do health assessments and people aren't ready yet, they're like, I need to just get my money together before I can do this. They don't say, oh my gosh, that is ridiculous. Like that type of thing. So, and helping people see the simplicity of it. That's a huge one for busy people, which lots of people are busy now. But when you can show people the value in what we do, then they will find a way to come up with the money. They'll find a way to overcome their objection of eating packaged food. They'll find a way to overcome their objection of, I'm a picky eater. They'll find a way to overcome these things because they see the value in what we have. So everything you do speaks, transformations scream. So I know I said earlier, like, don't flood Facebook with transformations. That's not what people want to see every time you post. But the new thing with Facebook, I'm going to say this, is you can post transformation pictures all day long in Facebook stories. And that's a whole separate training. If you don't know what Facebook stories is, I can just pop a little video on the coach page if a lot of people have questions about it. But Facebook stories, doesn't matter, people watch it like TV. So they're not stopping on Facebook and looking at your posts. It's kind of like a TV stream for Facebook. So put all the transformations in there you want to. I typically try to keep my transformations to once a day on my posts or less. And I know that kind of goes against some of the stuff we've been teaching, but I just think the way social media is shifting and so many people are selling things, and we know that we don't sell things. We offer people a health coaching service, and we offer people community and education, and then a fueling plan, and they buy it from the company. They don't buy it from us. So we don't sell anything. But that being said, people assume you do. So trying to make sure that we don't look generic is what matters. And that goes back to being yourself, and we'll talk about that some. But having that plan that we're going to talk about in a minute, I think it really helps and kind of simplifies things. So like I said, I know you're trying to run a business, and it isn't wrong to do like transformation, healthy recipe, inspirational quote, transformation, healthy recipe, inspirational quote, transformation, like over and over and over again. But if you take a step back and objectively look at that, people know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And people know that you're a health coach anyway, and they know that you've had this transformation. But sometimes we just have to step back as a health coach and say, what am I doing? Am I a transformation drone that just kicks out this stuff? Or am I still Kevin Rogerson, and I have to be who I am on social media, and this is just part of my life? So hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, instead, maybe your social media looks like this. Have a weekly plan that repeats, so it's simple and you can duplicate it. And we're going to talk about it right now. I'm going to go day by day. So maybe get your notes ready or your screenshots. So these are all going to be daily examples of what you could post, right? Because I wanted to make this very simple. So Monday. So no one likes Monday, so it's okay. Monday stinks. Monday, I used sucks, which it's not my favorite word, but it's what came into mind when I did the slideshow. The important thing about things like this is to be a positive influence. So yeah, Monday stinks because you have to go back to work, and then say something positive. You want to be that light, and this is universally true. So as being a believer, being a Christian, we're called to be a light in this world, and you will never be a light if you're negative all the time. And it's not what we're called to be. So when there's something that's a potentially negative subject or topic, or like going back to work on Mondays, be a positive person, and be like, you know what, yeah, Monday you got to go back to work, but you're going to rock Monday, or Monday is a perfect day for a fresh start, or Monday, whatever. Then this is what's for dinner. So what are you having to eat on Monday, or what are you having for lunch? Like, post a picture of your healthy meal that you're physically having. And that's what I say, like, not just necessarily like a healthy recipe that you pulled off a website. And there's nothing wrong with that. I can post that occasionally, but when you show people what you're actually eating, or, like, pretend this is my salad or whatever, my healthy meal, like, take a picture with your healthy meal and be like, I love eating healthy because it's easy, it's delicious, it's simple, and it helps me reach my goals. That type of post versus posting just a recipe all the time. And then on Monday night, my bed's calling me. These are just things I think of, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we're normal people. You want to go to bed. You're tired. It's Monday, whatever. You had a busy weekend, and then you went back to work on Monday. And if you're not the funny person, or you want to be like serious, that's okay too. Post about why rest is important. I mean, that's one of the healthy habits we teach. So, getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. What are the benefits of rest? That type of thing. Tuesday. So Tuesday, coffee, tea, breakfast, whatever you had. What are your first feeling of the day? How do you get your morning started? So you're starting Tuesday, you're attacking the day. How are you doing that? How are you making sure you're properly fueled? How are you making sure that you're going to have an awesome morning? These types of things. Do you take time in the morning for prayer before you go to work? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, these are all things that you can post. And then Tuesday. So Tuesday is kind of universally understood to be like a health-centered day for social media, because it's Transformation Tuesday. So Tuesdays, I always make sure to post a before and after on my actual timeline. because people's minds are actually geared towards Transformation Tuesday, and they're looking for transformations. So in that situation, it's good to post transformations on Tuesday. I actually posted like 2 transformations on Tuesday this week, I think. And then, your last post or whatever, what are you watching tonight? Get opinions. Ask people what's a good TV show? What's a good movie to watch? Netflix, Hulu, all these things. Like, ask people opinions, and that engages people and shows them that you're a real person and you're trying to figure out what you're going to watch. Wednesday, health tip. Water is always a good one for Wednesday. Water Wednesday, weight loss Wednesday, whatever. Give someone a health tip. You're a health coach. Another popular thing for social media is like WCW. That's a Woman Crush Wednesday. So this is super easy for other women because you can pick out another like health coach that is someone you look up to, or someone just in your community or whatever, and just Woman Crush Wednesday. And then why? Why do they inspire you? Why is this person important to you? Why are they significant to you? That's a real super easy post. And then, Wednesday afternoon, whatever, yoga, fitness, walking, running, CrossFit, whatever you do, like show what you're doing for healthy motion. And just stop here for a second and say, most of these posts, you can move them around wherever you want to move them, right? And nobody, if Gail, for instance, I'm going to say Gail because I know she loves to run on the beach. If you post every Wednesday that you're running on the beach, nobody's going to pay attention that you're posting that every Wednesday. You know what I mean? So it's okay to find your little niche of where you want to put these things. And then what your plan is for the week. And you don't have to follow it strictly all the time. Some people might like that. Some people might like having that strict structure. But having the structure is what matters because you can work within it. So another thing to think about, I just thought about now, is a lot of people do Bible studies on Wednesday nights and stuff like that. So say what you're doing. Post about it. Post scripture. Whatever. You can do this. Thursday. Throwback Thursday is always great. And instead of posting a before and after picture of you, post about the old you and the new you. What's different? What's changed? How did this program change you? Whatever. Post about your career field. So like me, I'm a nurse. I know I don't work in the hospital anymore, but Thursdays are my medical days. So I try to post something about nursing and or something that's medically significant when we talk about what we do as health coaches, like medical statistics and that type of thing. Or post about a hot topic, what's going on in the world, Donald Trump served fast food, to the Clemson national champions this week or whatever, and everybody was talking about it. Post about that, whatever. I'm not just saying there's always things going on that you can post about. And it could have been something that happened on Tuesday, but you're posting about it on Thursday. It's okay. You're just looking for topics here. Friday, date night. Are you going on a date night? Are you hanging out with your significant other? What are you planning on doing? Are you going out to try this restaurant? Are you going to a movie? Those types of things. What are you eating? So what's your plan for your lean and green? Like I said here, all for a recipe. If you do that, I will say, if you post a meal, a picture of a meal, and then say something real short, like a couple sentences or whatever about the recipe, and then put the recipe actually in the comments, because that people have to engage with your post. So they have to pull the post up to see the recipe, if that makes sense. And so that gets them engaged. And then TGIF, of course. My mom and I were talking about that before everybody came on. Thank goodness it's Friday. Why? Why are you thankful it's Friday? What are you going to do, this weekend or whatever? What's happening in your life? Or are you just glad to be finishing out your work week? Guess what? There are millions of people in the United States that are on that same mind track. But again, always being positive. Saturday. So celebrate your life, celebrate your family, celebrate your friends, what you're doing for fun on Saturday. A lot of people have hobbies. You're stressed. A lot of people will go, go for a walk, do something to get your stress level down, because it's Saturday. You want to unwind, you want to relax, that type of thing. How do you stay focused? Saturday is a huge day for people to kind of fall off track. And so if you can post like how you stay focused on Saturdays, or, like I have a party to go to on Saturday, I always make a plan before. Those are little tips that matter to people, because when I am, I am John Doe and I'm following, I'll use Scott because he got on here. I'm following Scott's posts on social media, and I went to a birthday party and I indulged in the stuff even though I didn't want to, but I saw that Scott was able to not do that. That makes me reach out to Scott and be like, hey man, I've been trying to get this together. I've been trying to do it myself. I see that you are able to do, like, what's different? Like, what's going on? Like, I need to know about what you're doing. That creates that opportunity. See what I'm saying? And then what has the journey changed about you? So that can be a wide array of stuff. Sunday. So this is a tip. So just like Tuesday is always health geared towards like Transformation Tuesday, Sunday, people don't want to go back to work on Monday. So Sunday is typically a great day to post about coaching specifically and how coaching has benefited your life, and whether that's, the body, the mind, the finances, all three, whatever. Talk about those things, because on Sunday specifically, people are looking for an opportunity to change their life, because most people are dreading going into work on Monday. And if we can help people, even just a healthier mind and knowing, like they're working Monday through Friday because they have goals or whatever, you can change someone's life by showing them what coaching does for you. And then Sunday, really wind down again. How do you relax on Sunday? I know Kelly is big on Sunday nights. Like I need to wind down because I'm getting ready to go to work on Monday morning. So how do you do that? Like, do you clear your schedule on Sunday nights? Those types of things that you tell people, because they're tips for people to live a healthier life. We think of health as just like weight loss, but health is so much more than just weight loss. And we know that as Optavia coaches, but sometimes we just lose sight of it. But I think it's really important. And gratitude. So attitude of gratitude. I think Sundays are perfect days to post what you're thankful for. I think that's something that people really respond to on Sundays. And, especially being in this area in the South, that's a really super easy one for most people. So that's it. Make a plan for social media. And, we'll be talking about this some more again and all that stuff. But I think having themed days are so, vital to simplifying this. And then the cool thing about it is it's specific to every person. So you identify who you are. So you can see like this. I just made a list of this is me. Well, I'm not a mother, but I was trying to like show you both sides. So I'm a father. I'm a believer. I'm a health coach. I'm a nurse. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm a transformational leader. I'm a coffee drinker. I love to travel. I love adventure. I love comedy. I love comic book movies. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. So like Monday can focus on the fact that I'm a father and what that means to me and all that kind of stuff. Tuesday is going to always be the health one. Like I told you, that one's easy. Wednesday, talk about my faith. Talk about, things that are tied into that. Like I'm a small group leader, like those types of things. Thursday, coffee. I love coffee. How does that tie into traveling? I went to Costa Rica and they had amazing coffee, all those types of things. It all kind of ties in together. You just need to make a plan to set your goal for that specific day. And then Sunday's always business, like I said, so able to post about your business. And I know I'm running over, but that's really it. So I'll address questions, but I want to show this one more thing before I go, or go to questions. Reviewing this new client 30-day timeline. So this is super simplified, super easy to duplicate and teach your new coaches and that type of thing. I think this is really important to understand this process. And when you nail this process on the regular with your new clients, like this is an ideal 30 days. when you get this process down pat, it is going to change your whole business because it all lends itself to growing. So I just wanted to review this again. I wanted to put it in front of you. I love this. This is awesome. This has been a game changer for me to just be simple and have something that I can visualize and know what I can do with it. So I'm going to stop share. Everybody hung in there with me. Y'all are doing awesome. Let me see if there's any questions in here I missed. Okay, no questions? So I'm going to unmute. Y'all are all unmuted, so beware of background noise. Anyone, let me stop. I'm going to stop recording.